Welcome everybody to the World of Ability Podcast Network. My name is Emily Gollmer and am a podcast engineer here. Excited to bring you another episode of the World of Ability that I do here every single Saturday at 1 o'clock Central. And I'd love to have everybody join us. And so we're all about everybody on all abilities and accessibility, accommodation, inclusion, and so on. And so a little bit of my, so I don't have to have a disability to show. However, for a little background about my connection here, I do have a autism diagnosis and have been on a planning committee, planning a adult autism conference for the last several years. It's hosted by the Autism Society of South Central Wisconsin. But anyway, to get started here, I do have a great guest today, so far, who's out of Nova Scotia, Canada. I think we met through the Just on the Disability channel. So Fraser, who is a musician and so on. So welcome, Fraser.
Well, thank you. Well,
how's everything going for you today?
Everything's going good. It's trying to snow here now, but everything is going good. We've been busy all day.
Oh, yeah?
Trying to get ready for Christmas and all that stuff that goes along with it. Plus, I got a couple of shows I got to get ready for. We're playing tomorrow. And then next weekend, we're playing again, a couple of Christmas shows. So we've been busy.
Oh, boy. So, how about you refresh everybody here and say a little bit about like who you are, what you do?
Yeah, well, I'm Fraser Newcomb, and I'm from Nova Scotia, Canada, at east in Halifax area. And I was born and raised there. I'm an artist. I've basically traveled the world. The last big thing that I did was I was over in Ireland, Scotland, England. We in France. I debuted a song I wrote about the veterans. I debuted that on the beach on the Utah beach of France. And that was quite a day. Had my picture taken with the mayor there. And that was the name of the song was My Tribute to Veterans. And it went over quite well, and it's being played on the radios down here. It was played on Remembrance Day, which we just finished, on November the 11th, around here, which is November. And I'm getting ready now to take 12 artists to the NACME Award. NACME is the North American Country Music Association International.
Oh.
That's the big award show that takes place in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
And that's every year. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. So I took last year. We took some down the year before, and I was inducted into the Hall of Fame down there, along with Randy Travis, and Doug Kershaw, T. Graham Brown, and all those guys. So we had a great time down there, and we're going back again this year. Of course, I got some very young artists. I got the 12-year-old, 14-year-old, 2 14-year-olds going down, and they're up and coming. And they're really that's what it's all about, to get these young artists out there on the stage and get them to know, get them known a little bit if I can.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. That's what I do a lot of. Promotion. It's promoting young artists, up and comers. Trying to get them going, and because there's some fantastic talent around here, I'll tell you that. And not tooting my own whistle, but there's other than young talent up and coming. which is great. What I'm very grateful for. There's a lot going down there. There's some 14, 18-year-olds, a couple of them. So it's mostly all young this year. But I did have some seniors down there last year. So
Yeah.
so that's, if you get a chance, that'd be a good place to go. That takes place in March 13th to the 15th or 16th, somewhere around there, mid-March. So we're looking forward to that. You know, I was kind of hoping to get out to the Invictus Games in Vancouver with Jay Stonia and all those guys, but I don't know if that's going to come about for sure or not. I
Oh,
think they're still working on it.
yeah, it's coming up here in a couple months in February.
Yeah, that's very soon, very soon.
Yeah.
So, well, I've got a lot. I've won some awards. Like I said, I've been inducted in the Hall of Fame and stuff like that. I've written, and I write a lot of my own songs. I've written over 50. I've recorded over 50. I've written more than that, but some of them I just threw in the trash because I didn't think they're any good.
Oh no.
But that goes along with the game.
Yeah.
So any other thing? Any questions? Anybody got any questions or whatever? By the way, I'm an ex-serviceman. I'm a veteran. Been in the Navy. Spent some time in the Navy. Canadian Navy is. Excuse me. And so I've had a lot of interviews with Jay and some people around. Like I said, I've been on the television and radio down here a lot. Anyway, so do you have any questions for me or what?
Yeah, I think I might have some questions for you, but I see that over there, I see that we have our friend Mary Ann joining us here as well. Welcome, Mary Ann.
Well, aloha, Emily. This is Marianne of Waikiki. I'm the author and Apple game developer of the Acts of Kindness series, featuring 200 folk manus puppets. My books are written for animation movies with sign language characters and a soundtrack by Lucy Lynch and The Perfect Wave. And we are partnering with Santa Papa John, who we just uploaded to my website. That's actsofkindnessseries.com. And he's out promoting the Acts of Kindness series books and coloring books. And I had just created a flyer for Zach Clayton for the fundraiser at the end of the month, a 37-hour fundraiser for military families. And we are gifting the world a download of my first book, Underwater Acts of Kindness, featuring the General of the New Earth Army, who recruits Noah, the hard of hearing whale, to tackle the Great Pacific Garbage Patch between Hawaii and California. So we want to thank everybody in the military for being of service. I talk about hearing loss. That's my background. I was a sign language interpreter in Hawaii. I got to sign with the Air Force Band and the Unity Church of Hawaii and other professionals who brought me in to do the sign language interpreting at these events. So thank you so much for letting me be part of the service there. I also got to interpret at the Army base, Fort Schaffner, for a thank you party with the military and a buffet, and went around with the sign language characters and greeted them and thanked them. And so we are going to be uploading the book to Amazon for free on Christmas Day, so you can download it. What I have here is another character in the book called Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab, and he rehabilitates Noah, the hard of hearing whale, after he's in a boating accident and loses his hearing. So what we have now is we have a YouTube channel where everybody can go and families can go to learn the 26th letter of the ASL finger spelling alphabet with these characters, and you can meet Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab, who rehabilitates Noah, the hard of hearing whale. So everything is free. We also have the Apple app games with the characters now. We have the YouTube channel. We have t-shirts. We have an updated website again. Thank you to Christian Mendez, who updated the website. And Santa Papa John, again, is promoting the books on his TikTok channel. So there on Veterans Day, we gave the same book for free on Veterans Day to veterans. We're going to be doing the same thing too for a miracle for military families on Christmas Day to again download this book. And coloring books are available, and all classroom teachers in the United States of America can receive copies of the books from donorschoose.org. And we are partnering with Leon McLaughlin with Clean Water Foundation. He brings filters to worldwide schools, and he happens to be back in Hawaii. And I won the Awesome Grant Foundation Award in July. I was in Vancouver, Canada, and part of that grant we used to give a water unit to the Hawaii School for the Deaf and copies of our second book, Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully, for October is Anti-Bullying Month. So I was in Canada. I was being interviewed by Jay Stoyan because part of that grant we used Jay to hire persons with disabilities to interview me, and other colleagues such as Dr. Liddy and Santa Papa John and Leon with our Good Acts of Kindness works that we are doing worldwide. So again, Leon will be joining us. He is back in Hawaii following up. And I'm real excited that the School for the Deaf received the water unit because also on the island of Oahu, the Navy military bases, over 100,000 families were affected by contamination into their water through the Navy gasoline tanks, so to speak. Leaks were happening and it affected them, and families were misplaced. So I'm just happy that, again, that the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind will have a clean water unit. That was $150 out of the grant, and services 500 children and families. And we want to multiply that act of kindness to other veterans hospitals. So I'm talking to Zach Clayton, and we got a new flyer for a Christmas miracle. And last night, Emily, I applied for the Disability Awesome Foundation grant to bring water units to veterans hospitals, such as Zach Clayton's organization in Denver. So it took a lot longer to fill out, but I uploaded these beautiful, colorful flyers so that they could see who we are, and writing the books and sharing these books and coloring books and bringing them into veterans hospitals. So going back to hearing loss, we have 500,000 people worldwide with a hearing loss. We have millions of moms and dads coming home from being of service who can't hear their own children. So these are educational tools of books, coloring books, talking about ocean cleanup, global topics that happen, talking about anti-bullying. And we are finishing the climate change book with our new character with Leon, Water Flow the Whale. And I'm really excited that Trevor Gibbs is evaluating the website to make sure it's ADA compliant with EC Marketing, Christian Mendez, who has uploaded the website. So if we have time, Emily, we could pull up the new website that's created and see Papa John, or we can wait until Papa John gets here and show him the website as well. So
I don't think Santa Papa John is going to be coming on until after Christmas. But anyway, we do have Fraser here though. So Fraser.
Yeah.
So you said you've been working on some songs. Like what are their songs about, or how? And are any of them going to be coming out soon, or anything like that?
Well, I probably got. We're in the Christmas season right now, so right. I just wrote a new Christmas song, and I've written several Christmas songs, and I'm going to be doing them and getting ready for, like I said, for NACME. That's a big job, trying to get organized and get all the artists together. They're out there trying to raise money to pay for their expenses and stuff like that. So I'm trying to help them with that, and so it's a lot right now. So as far as the songwriting goes, I put that on the back burner until after Christmas anyway. But I've written a lot of original Christmas songs, like My Little Trike and Timothy the Tow Truck and all that stuff. So, yeah, and so we'll be doing them over the weekend, which we did. I had a show last weekend. We did that, and it turned out quite well. But we're getting ready to do a big tour of Ontario. That's the big one. So we're looking at doing about 3-week tour up there.
Wow.
So doing a lot of the legions, and trying to help the legions out and trying to get the veterans the money. And like the song I wrote by tribute to the veterans, the proceeds from that go back to the Poppy Fund, and which is a big thing. So that's a lot of what I'm doing right now. Plus, I got my other job, my day job besides. So,
What's your day job?
My day job, I manufacture wide plank flooring. I'm a manufacturing outfit. And I have a few guys working here, and so that's my day job. I've been doing that for a number of years now. So that's just keeps bologna on the table. See? So we got to do that because there's not much money in the music business, and as far as I can see, unless I'm a Garth Brooks or Johnny Cash or something like that. But the music business is a very, very competitive game. Very competitive, as you probably well know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's what I've been up to, and I do a lot of talking to Jay and those guys. And I don't know if you're familiar with Mark Rossner or not, are you? So
I don't know if that name rings a bell, at least at the moment.
No, but he's a big records. He owns big records.
Oh, okay.
And Rise Up TV and stuff like that. He runs that. He's the CEO of that.
Oh, okay.
And I'm involved with that a lot. So, and the list goes on. Is there anything else you can add? And if anyone wants to get any my music or anything like that, all they got to do is just email me. It's Fraser, Fraser, at beltalliance.net.
Okay.
They just send me a message or whatever. You can Google me up, Fraser Newcomb Music, and I'm there anyway. You can find me on my webpage. If you want to Google it up, it's FraserNewcombMusic.ca. And you'll find that on Facebook, stuff like that. I'm easy to find.
Yeah.
So if anyone might be interested in any of my music, Christmas music, holiday music, rock and roll, Newfoundland music, country music, I do it all. So I've written songs. I've written some Christian songs, holiday songs, country songs, pop songs, rock and roll. So I mix it up a little bit.
So
you can find. Go ahead.
Can you play a song for us right now? Do you have one recorded? Is it something that you have on a YouTube that Emily could pull up and we can listen to?
Well, probably if you went to YouTube and Google up Hank Snow and the Battery Radio, that's a good one. And you can play it right now if you want to. Just Google it up. I don't have it right handy, no. If she wants, just go on YouTube, she'll find it.
Okay. So I'm finding it here. But Fraser, how did you get into the music business, or what industry, or your day job, or how did you get involved in all this?
Well, music was always in our family, when we were growing up as kids. My father, he was a good singer, a great singer, and but he never did it professionally. He just did it locally. And my mother, she played the mouth organ and she could sing. Basically, all my siblings play something and sing. We had a family band called the Newcomers, because that's our last name, Newcomb.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister played the banjo and guitar and sang. My nephew, he played drums. My brother-in-law, he played fiddle. So we all had a family band going at one time. But like bands do, they all drift apart, sort of. Some go one way, some go the other. So then I pursued it on my own, created my own band called Fraser and Pick of the Crop. I got a bunch of musicians together, and but how it started was when I was just young and doing my thing. So I met my lovely wife, which is today, and she got me interested in. She told me I needed to make a CD. Well, I was a little nervous. I said I'm not good enough to make a CD for sure. So she made an appointment and she gave it to me as a Christmas present. Matter of fact, that's a number of years ago. I was quite nervous, but the first one turned out quite well. I sold a lot of CDs, and now I'm up to number 14. So there's 14 or 15 CDs out there now that I have, and they keep and I keep building on them. I always say when I do the last one, that's my last one, but seems like my last one hasn't arrived yet. I don't think. Anyway, but that's where it all started from, the music business.
Awesome.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
At Fraser
Still here.
Pharmacy, care is making it easy to
Yep.
get back.
Yep, I was just trying to bring up a thing here. Let's plan a commercial here. So let me.
Vaccinated. Open every day with evening hours.
Hello.
Yep, I'm here. I'm trying to play here. Show this here. Play a little bit of a song here.
Here you go.
My name it is Fraser, and I make the white flag. And the people who buy them is my old thanks. Because when they buy some, they come back for more. Soon they'll have covered most all of their floor. We know that our flooring is warm on your feet. We also treat it for in-floor heat. And we know it won't buckle, it won't crack or wear. And we guarantee it for year after year. So we urge all you people to shop everywhere. But don't make your purchase until you stop here. And if there are questions you don't understand, just ask for Fraser or maybe Joanne. The planet.
I don't know what else. That's my advertising
Yeah.
from my flooring company. That took the jingle of the year down here.
So.
One of them, anyway.
Let me grab my back up here. So Fraser, how did you with your how did you get in with Jay Stoyan, or how did you meet Jay and the Disability Channel?
How did I meet Joanna? I forget. No, I met her at a dance one night. We were dancing, and I guess it all happens from there. I met her at a dance hall.
Oh, well done.
So there you go. So see, I was born born here in a little village, a little fishing town, eh?
Okay.
And, so I had a guitar made, which I might have seen it on there on that advertisement on that show. It's made like a lobster. It's shaped like a lobster. A lobster guitar, it's called. You see it on YouTube? If you got it going up.
Yeah.
And that was a creation I had. And I know a gentleman down here, 80 years old, made that for me. It's the only one I could find. And that it goes over quite well. I had it down south. I played in Kentucky and down in Branson and Knoxville. Knoxville and Nashville, summer stage. We did a fan days in Nashville, and I've been all over the. We did several tours of the United States. Me and my bass player.
Yeah.
So,
where exactly did you go on your tours here in the U.S.?
When we went to Europe, we went to France, Scotland, Ireland, and England, of course, and I think that's about all, probably. But we had a great time. We played in all those places, and that was back in 2023.
Okay.
So we went to Rise Up TV on that tour. There was I think there was 15 of us at that time. Great time. And now, like I said, we went to the States, and just me and my bass player when I toured the USA. And I had shows with Tommy Cash. He just passed not so long ago. That's Johnny Cash's brother. And we did tours, shows down here with him and George Hamilton IV. And every year down here, there's a big tribute. I don't know. Are you familiar with Hank Snow?
Not sure.
Are you familiar with Hank Snow?
Yeah, I'm not sure that I am.
No, okay, no. He's a superstar.
Okay.
He's passing it on now, but he's from down here, originally from down here. He was if you look him up, he was a superstar. He many awards, and Grand Ole Opry, and all that stuff. So anyway, that's all basically big. I don't know what else I can tell you.
How did you get started in your day job?
I'd like to start in the day job. Well, I've been in the flooring business all my life.
Okay.
So one day I just thought, me and my brother actually, we put this flooring in a cottage we had, or a camp, whatever, and it was good. So then I took it to a home show years ago, and it went over really well. The reception was astronomical that we got. So I thought, oh, we might be onto something here. So I kept it up, and believe it or not, I've been out west with it and everywhere else. We did a lot of home shows with it and stuff like that. And it turned out to be quite lucrative. So we're still doing it yet today. And I think we're the only ones doing it down this way. We do it. We have a lot of inquiries from the USA also.
Oh.
And across Canada about this flooring. I don't know what you're saying, Joanne.
Dubai and Iceland.
Oh yeah, Dubai. We shipped it to Dubai, Iceland, Greenland. We shipped it worldwide. So we don't do that too much anymore. I'm getting a little older now, and I like to put a lot of my time into music, a lot more now than I used to. So, but we still do it, and we're still here. Too stubborn to give up.
Yeah.
So that's how I got started in that.
So do you have any I don't know, like fun stories from any of your like tours that you've done or anything like that you'd like to share?
Oh, there's probably all kinds of stories, but I can't think of them right off the top of my head. But But yeah, there's lots of things happen. Like when you're on the road, there's sometimes you get lost and you're late for a gig and stuff like that. And sometimes you never know whether the gig is going to turn out good, bad, or whatever.
Yeah.
When you first start, and you're very, very nervous,
Mm-hmm.
going to strange places and stuff like that. But and then you get to shows, and then sometimes one of your bandmates might not show up. That's
Uh-oh.
always a bummer.
Yeah.
So like that just happened to me recently, actually.
Uh-oh.
So, well, I had a bass player didn't show up, neither did my drummer.
Oh no.
So I had to do the show alone, which it turned out to be quite a success. So anyway, it turned out good. Everybody enjoyed it. So it was a Christmas show. A lot of my own stuff. And I do tributes to Stompin' Tom Connor. Have you ever tell of him?
Not sure that I say that I have.
How about Boxcar Willie?
Oh, okay.
You ever heard tell of Boxcar Willie? Who did you ever tell of? Who's in the country business, in the country music? Any of the older ones or just the new ones? Vince Gill, Alan Jackson.
Yeah. Those are the newer ones. I'm not sure about always the older ones, but
yeah. Anyway, so that's a lot of the good stuff that happened, along the way. So anyway, I can't think of anything right now. I come from a large family, 9 kids. Yeah.
Oh well.
There's six girls and 3 boys in the family. So it became it was kind of tough growing up back in that days. The first one up was the best one dressed. So
yeah.
Anyway, I don't know if you got that or not, but anyway. So what is this now? What do you have there? What is this, a television show or what is it?
Yeah, it's a podcast. More than it is a radio show. But
is it televised or radio?
I mean, we'll like send it to Jay to get it out underneath of his things too. But yeah, we are like live streaming it to YouTube and those kinds of things too, like YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn.
It's internet, so it's through Jay, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Through Jay?
Yep.
Oh, I see. Okay. So Jay televised from there. Well, that's all good. So I don't have too much further to add today. Is there anything? Anything more? Any more questions?
Do you have any big plans for the holiday or anything like that? You said you were getting ready for the holidays.
No big plans. We just had the family come over for dinner. We have the Christmas dinner, and we go to a few Christmas parties here and there, And like not like it used to be years ago. Years ago, it used to be everybody went and visited everybody and took a little panorama or whatever they took with them, and I had lots of fun. Today it's not like that. Nobody comes around too much anymore, and nobody visits like they used to.
Right.
The old Christmas was the best Christmas, I think. So the new way is it's still commercialized as far as I'm concerned. And it's all about money and stuff like that. The kids are all grown up. A lot of them got their own families, their own kids to deal with, their own problems. And some, good times and bad times. Anyway. So other than that, no, what about you? Do you have any Christmas plans?
Yeah, family coming over and who are living out of state at the moment, and yeah, just hang out with family, that kind of thing.
The norm.
Yes.
Well, okay. Well, I got to
Um,
run here now, if you don't mind.
okay, if you got to run, then
Yeah, I got someone coming out the door here.
oh,
So,
okay.
but it's been really nice chatting with you.
You too, Fraser.
You have a great holiday in yours.
Thanks,
And
you
maybe
too.
we'll chat again after the holiday.
Okay, sounds good.
Anytime, just give me a call.
Okay, sounds good, Fraser.
All right. Bye for now.
Thanks, you too.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. All right. So
I'm not gonna get it.
Emily, do you want to talk about the upcoming event before Leon gets on and joins us?
I can. So they're doing starting it on December 24th, through the 26th. There is going to be a holiday event. 37. Can't talk. 37-hour event. That is will be I've live streamed over the 37 hours that are Stan and Papa John and Santa Mike from the UK and Zach Lane of the Community Pay It Forward are putting together. And I am just bringing up one thing here. Like to kind of show everybody here. And the name of the event is Miracle for a Community That Cares. And you are able to record a message for everybody. And since right now we are in what is being called as a like holiday spike, and it might not be totally what you're thinking of. There are a lot of people who so we're also going to talk about veterans here as well. And then during the next little bit here, there is a higher rate of suicide. And so we're all about checking your vet, especially and for anybody. To make sure that they're doing okay, and so there also are probably a lot of people who are also going to be alone during this time as well. And I'm trying to get this here. Show everybody. There we go.
Well, Emily, do you want to pull up the Acts of Kindness series website? We'll display it.
As I was saying, Marianne, I was trying to bring up the thing about the 37-hour thing. So here we go. So it is a ergodynamic communicators, and then ownership be a part of tradition. Some people are alone or feel alone at someone. I have that, and they're working together. So here is a document here about it. Having different storytelling, different special messages that are recorded. If you wanted to record a message for your family, if you're not going to be with any family at all, you can record those along with other messages here as well. And so we do have a form that you can fill out if you're interested in being a part of this event. So if you are interested in being a part of this event, so please let us know. And that is coming up here pretty quick. And then also, that's Marianne brought up her website. Can I bring that up here as well? And I had it up here. Hold on. Yeah. Hi, Kurt. I was just bringing up Marianne's website, and I was just screen sharing Zach's event, his document for that. And I had Fraser on, so he just took off not too long ago, so he had to get going. So that's what's been happening at the moment. So did you have anything you wanted to say at the moment, Kurt? Well, I just got to Marianne's website here. Do you have anything at the moment?
Well, do you have 1 million people chiming in yet? Or the reactions and comments like blowing up off the charts here? We got things really rocking and rolling. World of Ability podcast experience right here with Emily Gollmer and Marianne Waikiki. Is it happening?
I don't know if we've gotten that big yet, Kurt, but
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see how soon that comes. I'm sure it's right around the corner. So yeah, Fraser and Zach Clayton with Santa Papa John and the event for the 24th, 25th, 37-hour for everybody out there to be a part of the video production. And now we go to actsofkindnessbookseries.com, right?
Yep. So I have.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's fire it up.
All right. Website there. Marianne, did you want to say anything about your website?
Yeah, well, so if you could click on, we added Santa Papa John. We updated the Acts of Kindness website through EC Marketing, and it's also being evaluated by Trevor Gibbs, the ADA, American Disabilities Act web detective. If your business is not ADA compliant, it's American Disabilities Act that President Bush signed 30-some years ago, you could be liable for up to a $75,000 fine as a business owner. So you want to make sure that the colors are easy to read, the text, the size, the fonts, the sound, the click buttons are able for persons with a disability to view and utilize the website. So we have updated this. The clicks go to different parts, to Santa Papa John, who is out there meeting all the children, doing photo shoots. He's on TikTok on the weekends promoting the Acts of Kindness series. So Emily, if you want to click on that, Santa Papa John, link there. That tells us about Santa Papa John, since he's not here today, because we know he's getting ready for the big holiday. And he's out promoting the Acts of Kindness series books. The books are Santa approved. And we are partnering with Santa and Zach Clayton at the end of the month. We created a flyer for our first book, Underwater Acts of Kindness, to be downloaded for free on Christmas as a miracle gift for our military families. So go out and play as our tagline. So Kurt, what do you think of the website? Isn't it beautiful colors? Kurt Roscoff? Do you want to chime in?
All right. So there you go. You got video production there for this is for the
This is the Acts of Kindness series website. We created a section for Santa Papa John because we are partnering with him because Santa approved the Acts of Kindness series books, coloring books, folk man as puppets. He's on TikTok. So we gave him this special section here to promote his work. And he's available to make videos, personal stories. So here's a way that you can contact Santa Papa John, and there's his website and his QR code. So Kurt, you were impressed when you clicked on it. You went, wow, Santa Papa John.
Yeah, Christian Mendez with EC Marketing for All really is showing his capacity here. Obviously, everybody's visiting a lot of websites out there, and this just really has a lot of pop, and it's very functional. You can follow it really easily. The colors are in good setting, and there's clarity to the pictures, using the QR code. So a lot of marketing savvy built into this. And with the content of Santa Papa John, I mean, make no mistake that this guy is blazing a trail. He literally is reaching all around the world, reaches out to Australia, and 80,000 on TikTok. He's going to be over 100,000 by Christmas. And so he's available on TikTok, Wednesdays through Saturdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays. He's got parents and kids hopping on there and talking to him and having like a Santa Papa John club on TikTok, a fun time. And, he got the TikTok texting, and he's on video, and, you're with Santa real time, and the kids are eating it up. And, and Santa Papa John gets invited to be a guest speaker. We're involved with him with People for a New America. They're very interested in having him as one of the icons, driving the solution revolution, unity, peace, and freedom. And so People for a New America, PFANA, their social media, look for them at PFANA nausa.org. All the social media is there, and you can see how Santa Papa John is taking every direction he can to help people smile. So what a partner with acts of kindness, that through this kindness, we are spreading smiles together. With Santa Papa John, it truly is magical. Magical memories and more. With Santa Papa John, Marion Waikiki, and the whole crew through acts of kindness. I'm loving the work we do here. Thanks for providing, Maria.
Yes, and it's been great fun, Kurt. And again, how did we do it? Well, I went on Awesome Foundation grant this summer. I was introduced to it from my writer, Suzanne Sims, and told me to apply. And I applied for the Awesome Grant Foundation Oahu chapter in July. And guess what? I won. I won the $1,000. Took me 15 minutes to apply. 3 basic questions. Tell us about your awesome project. How will you use the money? And tell us about yourself. And is there a deadline? So, Kurt, I told him that I'm the author and Apple game developer. I'm a hard of hearing person. I used to be a case manager with the deaf 30 some years ago when President Bush signed the American Disabilities Act. And no one has created any books with characters. There's only 3% of the book population of children's books with persons with disability characters or animals. And and no one has done anything in animation movies with sign language characters. So this was my gift through the universe of what my next purpose was. And I'm grateful that I received that $1,000, because what we've done is I put down there that October was anti-bullying month and wanted that $1,000 to gift the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind copies of the second book, Rapid Acts of Kindness, No Bully. And that's on the first page, Emily. And we gifted the books. And Lan was in Hawaii. I was in Canada working and being interviewed by Jay Stoyan of the Disability Channel, which we used part of that grant. $500 went to the Disability Channel, who hires on persons with disabilities in media. And I have been interviewed ever since August, promoting the books. And they have taken these beautiful flyers through my Fiverr team, uploaded them, posted it. There's the book there. On October, we gave the anti-bullying month away for free on on Halloween as a sugar-free treat Tuesday, and easy to download. And again, the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind received these books through Awesome Foundation. Not only that, they received a water unit from Clean Water Foundation, Leanne McLaughlin, who was visiting. And we did a Zoom presentation with sign language interpreters, with you guys videotaping it. What an honor and what a grateful gift, because the island of Oahu was affected by contamination into the Navy water tanks, and over 100,000 families and children were affected. They got misplaced. They had to live in hotels. They couldn't go to the school, the Red Hill area. So I'm glad that I know that these deaf and hard of hearing children will receive clean water, fresh water for the rest of their journey there at the school. So it services, one unit is $150. And I paid Leon through PayPal. And he services 500 children and families. So we want to multiply the acts of kindness. On the About page, we have uploaded the Acts of Kindness series Awesome Foundation press release talking about each book for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, and climate change for Leon McLaughlin and Clean Water Foundation in the United Nations. So it's great stuff that we are doing. And again, we want to multiply the acts of kindness. So Kurt, last night I got up and I applied on the Disability Awesome Foundation. Everybody can apply the 1st through the 10th of every month. Took me a little bit longer because I had to put more thought into this. But I applied for World Water Day, that Zach Clayton, pay it forward, that we can bring water units to the veterans hospitals in Denver, Colorado to start. And these Acts of Kindness series books for veterans who have lost their hearing. We have over 500 million people worldwide now with a hearing loss. We have millions of moms and dads coming home from being of service who can't hear their own children or grandchildren. So we are gifting again this first book. We'll be uploading that flyer. You guys received the new flyer for Christmas Day. You can download our first book, Underwater Acts of Kindness, featuring the General of the New Earth Army, who recruits Noah the hard of hearing whale to tackle the Great Pacific Garbage Patch between Hawaii and California. He's also introduced to a hermit crab named Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab. And you can meet him and learn the ASL finger spelling alphabet on the YouTube channel, the Acts of Kindness series. So we have 4 videos of the ASL alphabet and numbers. And then, Kurt, we have to So Go Out and Play the online courses on Apple today. We have 10 Apple app games that I created through the pandemic. Again, another unemployment assistance that I received to federally trademark these Acts of Kindness series, this creativity, to show the world that we are serious, to show the world the population that can benefit. So we're just going to continue to go on. And every month we can apply to a different Awesome Foundation chapter through our colleagues that we met through Happy Neighborhood Projects. Just a couple of days ago, I was introduced to Robert. Robert and I talked last Sunday for hours about Treasure Island, their new reality show that's going to be happening and fundraising. They're going to be doing some events for children in the future. So we hope to participate with them. But in the meantime, I sat down with Robert, and it took me less than 15 minutes to apply. And I said, tell me your name. Tell me your phone number. What city do you live in Ohio, Cleveland? I read the instructions of what county and everything. So he introduced me and told me about Rainbow Children's Hospital outside Cleveland, Rainbow Babies and Children. So we went out and applied that we were requesting a water unit from Clean Water Foundation for that hospital and families, and the books. I also highlighted that children and babies who learn sign language tend to cry less and have a higher IQ, that we'd like to get these books into the audiology and speech pathology departments with a full hand as puppets. So, and we put this down that we would like to present it to them on World Water Day. So that's a significant day for us on March 22nd, 2025. I hope that these Awesome Foundation deans who are evaluating and reading all these requests from us, or especially me, I should say, that they will help us on World Water Day get these water units to these veterans hospitals, these children's hospitals, any community that needs it, and everybody deserves clean water. So I'm excited. Hopefully Liam's going to be joining us pretty soon, and he can talk more about it, but he is in Hawaii networking and creating another fundraiser. But in this past week, Kurt, I applied for 2 separate grants on Awesome Foundation, and it took me a half hour. So I could win $2,000. We could win $2,000 and get this project going.
All right. So, Emily, what's next? So, you are listening to the World of Ability Podcast Network, World of Ability Show by Emily Gollmer.
The other day, Ariana had shared this article about lead and gasoline tied to over 150 million cases of mental health disorders, according to a study. Like being exposed to car exhaust, results in anxiety, depression, ADHD, and this doesn't work. Oh, there we go. So the study looked at the lasting impact by analyzing all the blood levels between 1940 and 2015, and students an estimated 151 million mental health disorders attributed from car exhaust during early development. So it was most pronounced fatal born during 1966 to 1986. And so I was getting at this article. Which is interesting to know about. So does anybody have any thoughts on this article?
All right. So again, the article is on water quality. That's what you were talking about, and the lead in water.
No, it says lead in gasoline, not water.
Oh, lead in gas. All right. So there's lead in gasoline. So you put that lead into your car through the gasoline, and then we're talking about the emissions from the lead.
Yeah, from the exhaust. So it's exposure to car exhaust from leaded gas, which I guess leaded gas was phased out in 1996. But so their exposure to that resulted in anxiety, depression, and ADHD things. That said over 150 million cases of mental health disorders. But even though it might not be in gasoline anymore, it's still present in other things like some toys imported from other countries, water service lines that haven't been updated, some soil and paint, and so on. But yeah. But that's quite a few cases though, just from exhaust. But anyway, yeah, there's this article. So bring up that article for anything there. But yeah. And did you have anything you wanted to say about that article?
I just thought it was an interesting article, and all this information that's coming out, and I got a truck going by with a bunch of gasoline. And anyway, wanted to share that as an article that I was introduced to this week, and Leon talks about lead and contamination in water. And again, there was leaks from the Navy in Red Hill that leaked into the water system, and it was gasoline, and it made a lot of people sick. Over 100,000 people on the island of Oahu. So again, I'm grateful that we got a water unit to Clean Water Foundation, Hawaii School for the Deaf.
Hi, Leon.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Everything's going great down here in Hawaii. Just met up with some folks that played for one of Santana's band members who I've known for years, who was actually playing at the Hilton Hawaiian Village. And one of the private equity folks who we're working with, one of the other band members is his best friend. So things are going really well. What a small world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're working on putting on a fundraiser here in Waikiki. We're still working on some dates, but we got some amazing artists that's going to be performing, and we got the locals behind us. As you know, Mariana Waikiki hooked us up at the Harbor Pub with Jeff and the owners of the Harbor Pub. So we got all those guys behind us, and they're going to help us promote this event that we're planning on having.
So what are you doing in Hawaii right now?
Working on putting the fundraiser together.
Okay, that's what that is. Okay.
Music fundraiser. Yeah, so we're working on that right now. But we're getting some great local support, which is great. That's going to be behind us and with us on this project that we're going to be doing over here. And we got some amazing artists, local artists here that's going to be performing with us as we bring in our other artists from Seattle and around the world for this event.
Awesome.
So things are going great. And if it wasn't for Mariana's folks at the Harbor Pub, that kind of skyrocketed the local support for us. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Along with us putting that water unit at the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind. So once we did that, and I was at the Waikiki Yacht Club, we ran into some coffee farmers over here. And they were part of the yacht club, and they were like, hey, we didn't even know it was a school for the Hawaii Deaf and Blind. We would like to somehow help you out. And so one of the farmers owned a brand new restaurant he just bought next to Hawaiian Village, and we're going to have the fundraiser there at his place.
Oh, okay.
So how cool is that?
That is cool.
Yep. So that's why I told Mariana, I said, Mariana Waikiki is connecting us up. So yeah, things are going super great.
So Leon, I've been working with my fiber team in Pakistan and India and Sri Lanka. We were delayed because of the flooding that they occurred over there. They sent me a map of this hurricane that was going by their island and affecting them. So we had to put work off on hold for several weeks, and we're back on track. And look at this amazing t-shirt design for Chelsea, the Courageous Sign Language Chicken, who is on YouTube now. We got Harry, the Hard of Hearing Rabbit, and we have Eve, the Fingerspelling Bumblebee, another character on YouTube. So impressive of their work. There's Harry, and I've created a Shopify store now so that you can purchase these t-shirts to go with that book, Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully, that you presented in October to the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind. Now, they did receive the books. I will set up a time to follow up with a Zoom. My apologies. I was in Canada working, met with sign language interpreters up there while you were in Hawaii, sharing the good news, talking about Jay Stoyan, being on Jay Stoyan's Disability Channel, that we also funded through the Awesome Grant Foundation. And he hires persons with disabilities. So I was being interviewed. They're going to be rocking and rolling. Come this February, the Invictus Games. I got to go downtown Vancouver and check out the area and take some photos with some statues that have hand signs that look like sign language. And I took some pictures. So I can't thank you enough for being there in my place. My heart is there, especially because of the Red Hill and the contamination of the water being affecting 100 million, I'm sorry, well, the whole island is 100 million, 1 million people plus, but 100,000 families in the military that were affected and misplaced. So I'm grateful knowing that in the future, these deafies have a clean water filter there that services up to 500 children, and you can replace the filters in the future. We have a great press release that was created by my writer, Suzanne Sims, and we have that on our website. Christian Menges updated our website with all these bells and whistles, a section for Santa Papa John now, and we're sharing the good news. So come around. Santa Papa John is out there sharing the books, the coloring books, and he's very busy on TikTok. He's up to 80,000 followers. He's reading the books. He's going to be very busy the next couple of weeks. And we also have a fundraiser with Zach Clayton and him and Kurt Roscoff. We'll let Kurt talk about that in a minute here. But I created a flyer. So on Christmas Day, we have a miracle for the military families to download our first book, Underwater Acts of Kindness, featuring Noah the hard of hearing whale. And he is recruited by a sea turtle called the General of the New Earth Army. So go out and play. So Liam, what do you think of those flyers? Aren't these graphic designers just amazing? And the t-shirts too?
I mean, you got some amazing t-shirts, graphic designers. You got the dream team, I'm telling you. And, you know, talent is all over the world, and you reached out and got some great talent. Even with the Flow t-shirts that you designed for us, Island Earth was like so impressed with that design. They were like, we're going to use that design for the front and back of the shirt. So some of the shirts will have Water Flow the Whale on the front, For the Love of Water on the back, and some of the shirts will have For the Love of Water on the front and Water Flow the Whale on the back. That's just how happy and impressed they were on what you did. Isn't that great? And
Yeah.
what that does is when they open up the stores, when you come in with your bundle package of the puppets, the books that we're going to add with Dr. Emoto, it's a green light for you because they were that impressed with your t-shirts designs that you did. Pretty cool. Yep, those shirts, unbelievable. So things are going good, and like I said, the doors are opening up here, like you said, in your honor in the Waikiki, for me to meet up with one of the band members of Santana who I hadn't seen for years, because as you know, I booked shows at the Paramount for years. So when Ernesto was there, who used to play with Santana and still plays with Santana, but he does other acts also, was over at the Hilton Hawaiian Village playing with Keith Child. We connected up and we were like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And so when I told him what I was doing over here, to say, hey, you know what, we're gonna do a fundraiser over here, he said, count me in. So the momentum we're getting, and the owners of the Harbor Pub to say, we're behind you, let us get involved. The coffee farmers that we're connecting up with, that we're gonna have a fundraiser at their restaurant. If anybody wanna join us, they can go to www.cleanwaterfoundationwa.org. Any musicians, or if you want to do a donation for a water unit for our latest event for the Hopi and Navajo, $150 will provide water for 10,000 gallons before you have to change the filter. So that provides water for a lot of people.
So, Leon, I just wanted to share with you, when I was promoting the water units to the San Carlos Parrot Heads, which they party with a purpose. They fundraise all over in different states and San Carlos, Mexico. And they were really impressed with the water unit, and to bring the water units down here to orphanages and schools. And anyway, one of the ladies, when I was doing a presentation, told me about Santana and to contact his organization, because he is very generous with funding some of these projects. So there's another support to get water units down here to San Carlos, Mexico as well. And
Yeah,
I have
we're definitely
visited.
gonna do that.
I have visited the bilingual Navarrete Bilingual School and the principal with Lorianne Sister, who is a retired kindergarten teacher who is volunteering every Wednesday to read books. They're going to be reading our books. It's only English speaking, and what a great honor to give a couple-hour presentation to her and another author, Judy, who introduced me to Fussy Librarian to show how I can post these flyers from Fussy Librarian, and each download will go towards Amazon, and Amazon can give me a best-selling award. And again, we're doing these on these special days. We did that on Halloween, before Halloween, a sugar-free Tuesday. We did Veterans Day. We're going to do Christmas Day, and Leon, we're going to do World Water Day. So that's right around the corner. And this week I've applied for 2 separate Awesome Foundation grants, one directly with the Disability Awesome Foundation, as I'm a hard of hearing author. We are working with Jay Stoyan, who hires on persons with disabilities. I've talked to Zach Clayton. We know there's veterans hospitals in Colorado, Denver, that we want to get water units to, and these books too, so these veterans can benefit with their families. And we have 500 million people worldwide, Leon, with a hearing loss. Millions of moms and dads coming home from being in the service who can't hear their own children or grandchildren. So if you can get the military involved too with these fundraisers, that's even better. Another friend, Efren, that I know from the Harbor Pub too, he was in the military. I sent lots of friends last night pictures of the flyers. Captain Diane of Alaska, who I met there, a thumbs up. People were giving me thumbs up with all the flyers, so that they can post for Christmas Day to give these books to the military families for free on that day. It's a free download. We have the free YouTube channel to do the fingerspelling ASL fingerspelling alphabet. We have the coloring books for sale, and we have the online free Apple app games. What a package. And now we have more t-shirts on Shopify. So I'm working 24/7 here in the middle of the night. When they're in Pakistan working in the middle of the day, I'm working in the middle of the night. But it's been great fun and exciting to get this all done. Suzanne and I will be editing the book this weekend. Like I said, unfortunately, these fiber teams were taking on weather conditions out of their control, flooding, hurricanes. And I also applied for Awesome Foundation in Pakistan to give them 6 water units. I sent them the flyers of the team. So I'm hoping, the universe provides in 2025 again on World Water Day. And we also applied with Robert from Treasure Island. It took about 15 minutes. He told me he's in Ohio. We applied for the Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital outside Cleveland, Ohio. Again, stating that we want to give a water unit value of $150 that we pay you through PayPal on your website. That's www.cleanwaterfoundation.wa. That's Washington, Seattle. And that's how I sent you the money, and you deliver the water unit to the Hawaii School for the Deaf. And again, we want to multiply that acts of kindness. We also want to get the books and coloring books to the audiology departments where they test hearing, especially with children. Children who learn sign language tend to cry less and have a higher IQ. Also, we want to get these Folkman signing puppets to the speech pathology department of this hospital. So everybody wins. So I'm just creatively thinking outside the box when it gets a little noisy here and I cannot find any sleep. But I'm using that time efficiently. And oh, wow, it feels so good to just take that 10, 15 minutes to apply and post it and see what happens in 2025. So thank you so much for letting me share that with you in the updates. I know Kurt and Emily had the opportunity to apply, and Leanne, I applied in Seattle School for the Deaf as well when I was up in Vancouver. So these people are getting this grant information, and again, it takes 10 to 15 minutes just to apply. Tell us about your awesome project. Tell us how you will use the money. Tell us about you. And is there a specific deadline? And I'm saying, hey, we want to get these books and water unit out to these places by World Water Day, and that's March 22, 2025. And we're partnering with the United Nations, and we have videos that we created to go along with our book, Cool Acts of Kindness. So one other thing, I need your guys' help here, Leon. I saw a flyer too called Kindness is Cool. The Jing Jang website which is a little challenge to get on there, but Santa Papa John did listen to it. We have an opportunity to win $10,000 by the end of the month. We all have to send videos in about our project. And guess what? We already have the book called Cool Acts of Kindness. How cool is that? Right? And so we want to win the $10,000. So we need to find out what we got to apply for and post it. And we could have the opportunity to be on a New York billboard. And I even put on there too, the idea is that we could get 6 water units up there to the New York area. How cool is that? So easy just to kind of think and just post it and see what happens. So I'm so grateful that I get to be on here with you. And I will pass this back to you.
Yeah, Marianne, you're doing some great things. And like I said, what we're doing in Hawaii, I'll be here for Tuesday. I'll be back in January to set up this event that we're going to have, and we'll let everybody know what's going on once we get everything going. But the support we're getting over here is phenomenal. So let's just keep it going, and working together works.
Also, along with the 37-hour event, we are going to have a New Year's Day press conference. Right now, would be at about noon Pacific time. That's hosted by the Mutual Aid Network, but if are able to do other times as well, so if that time doesn't work for anybody. Kurt, are you there? If he's there at the moment.
I am here, yes.
You want to say anything about the press conference, please?
Well, Emily, you got the description of it, right?
Not right in front of me. I don't know if I do, and not right in front of me at the moment.
All right, are you able to pull it up? I did your work, and I put it on LinkedIn for you, and I put it on Eventbrite for you, and we've got a Google Calendar event for you. You know, it's got to get over to Facebook yet. I'll be doing that through Eventbrite. And Emily, anything else you can do to get the event promotion on that? So New Year's Day press conference is the dawn of a new day. Power of the people. The solution revolution. And we are joining up with FANA, People for a New America, Unity, Peace, and Freedom. We have Mutual Aid Network. We have Helpopedia, which is all about education, taking care of our parents and students, and anything from K-12 on up through postdoctorate degree out of the college element. And FANA, People for a New America, is creating FANA University, which is a music college experience, music college diplomas, music diplomas. And so it's all inspired through musicians. Richie Inori, world-class drummer. He is from the Suite, and we are doing the Ballroom Blitz Challenge. People might remember the Ice Bucket Challenge from ALS. And so we're going to be putting out, and it's already out there. You can already go out and search for Ballroom Blitz Challenge. We're going to have people all around the world doing this. And, you know, so the New Year's Day press conference is about gathering up with our do-gooders, our bleeding hearts, our volunteers, philanthropists, foundations, nonprofits, NGOs, this whole space of humanitarian work and taking care of the people's business. You know, the power of the people, the power of one. You know, so we are here to wrap around everybody who hears and sees the New Year's Day press conference, and we are doing press releases. So we're uniting with old media, new media, all forms of multimedia, videos. We are going to get a texting frenzy going, having people on the social media chats. so on. So for every way we communicate around this world, we're going to be bringing in that Walt Disney effect. It's a small world after all. All right. It's a small world. So we're going to have that effect with the New Year's Day press conference. Everybody's welcome to come on in. And again, we welcome all those executive directors and people from our government agencies and ministry leaders and everyone in a ministry. Everybody's gathering together from all walks of life, all the fun things we do, hobbies, pastime, leisure, travel. You know, this is lifestyle development on steroids, folks. So come on and experience this. And we're open that if that noon Pacific time is not the right time for you, noon to 1 Pacific time, we are more than happy on New Year's Day to open up additional times to come on this platform, whatever platform, and make a full day of January 1st, New Year's Day, and to say that 2025 is going to be a year like we've never, ever experienced before. And with you, we can even do more. Let's do it together, folks. Back to you, Emily. Speaking of working together works, what's working, Emily?
So another thing that is coming up as well. Do you want to say anything about the summit? But anyway, so kind of next weekend is so Karen and I are working board members of Humans United and Mutual Aid Networks, and every quarter we have a summit. So we have it coming up this next weekend, and so I mean there are few different topics that are going to be talked about. So everybody's welcome to that as well. Gary, do you have anything you want to say on that? Or are you multitasking?
You are needing help on the summit, or what?
I just wanted to know if you wanted to say anything about next weekend.
Well, next weekend is going to be a grand weekend, and whatever you're doing on your weekend, we here at the World of Lily Podcast Network want to hear the amazing fun and anything productive you're doing, what events you're going out to. We want to be that commons of sharing right here at the World of Lily Podcast Network with the Humans United and Mutual Aid Networks. Family Reunion is the theme, and we're going to have a list of presenters. Emily's going to bring up the website of the mutualaidnetwork.org and show you how you can easily find the agenda, and you can even do a track proposal. If it looks like there's something you could add to the amazing information and sharing and activities going on, we welcome you to grab that track proposal tab and fill out that form and let us know what you bring to the table. That's what it's all about. Mutual aid is about offers and requests, and we are requesting you to come to the table and share what you offer, the value you bring to people all day long, every day. And to help us understand it, Mutual Aid Network has 8 modes of facilitation that we specialize in, starting with time banking. And then we have robust budgeting, posterity budgeting, and we have price-based mutual credit. We have investment assistance, community investment assistance, and we have common funds. And we work with work redesign assistance. And then we add in everything of the sharing economy, which even involves swap meets and various ways that with the things we have, we can share that around. Like example, clothing of children. You know, we have members that when their kids outgrow their clothing, they put it out to the members to let that other family who has a child that would take those sizes of clothing and to go ahead and share like that. And we also have project facilitation assistance. So like Marianne here is doing, authoring books and doing all these projects, getting the books distributed and developing these app games and working with the existing app games and working on bringing it to animation film. It's a project. Everybody's got a project. Leon's got a project of making sure people have decent water with these filtration systems and so forth. So we are here to help Leon with his Clean Water Foundation project facilitation. So everything in that wheelhouse that you're seeing, a little theme of economics here. Some people are out there doing asset-based community development. All right. Oh, and wait a minute here. We have a show disruption. Sean P. Neal. Wow. Welcome to the show.
Kurt. It's been a while.
Yeah, long time no see, Mr. Sean.
Emily, hi.
All right, Sean, we're going to dive right in and we're going to ask you, do you remember Mariana Waikiki from HMP Hawaii, HMP Ability? She's been around the Happy Neighborhood Project circuit. Does she seem familiar to you? The name?
She does indeed. Yes.
All right. How about Leon McLaughlin? Did Marianne introduce you to Leon McLaughlin, or is it happening right now live?
I think it's happening as we speak.
All right. So Leon McLaughlin, we're going to let you do the honors. You are joined here with Advocast Sean P. Neal. He is a tremendous leader in our industry, Leon, here on the media side. Tell Sean everything you do, Leon. He's going to want to know.
Yes, Sean, how's it going?
Good, Leon. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so we do water for children around the world. Our organization is the Clean Water Foundation out of Washington. Our website is www.cleanwaterfoundationwa.org. And we provide water filtration systems for children around the world. Our current project, we're working with the Hopi and Navajo tribe in Arizona, where they have water that has arsenic in it, uranium from the mining companies that was there that contaminated their water. So a lot of the children is getting cancers at 16 years old. The lifespan of the average man on the reservation is 45 years old. So they're in a really bad shape. And right now we're putting water units in their homes. A lot of the homes, they don't even have running water, which is crazy. And this is right here in the US, in Arizona, actually. So we developed these gravity feeding water units to go into the homes with no running water. And we've had the Hopi and Navajo water directors help us design these units. So that's what we're currently doing right now. But we've been in over 40 different countries providing clean water for children around the world. We've partnered with the Gates Foundation, World Vision, Starbucks, some universities and others. We currently do these music fundraisers, and that's how we get the funds to purchase these water units. We're a 501c3 nonprofit, so if anyone donates, they can get a tax write-off. So that's what we're currently doing. Our latest project, the Hopi and Navajo. I'm here right now in Hawaii with some connections that Mariana Waikiki connected me up with at the Harbor Pub, where they made the movie Gilligan's Island. They shot Hawaii Five-O in the Harbor Pub. And so we're working with the owners and those guys that's gonna help us promote our event that we're gonna be doing in Waikiki, Hawaii real soon. So yeah, that's the latest.
Very
and
nice.
The greatest on what we're doing. And we were just talking about how working together works.
Love it. And I'm on the website now taking a look at that. Very, very cool. Thank you, Leon.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So Sean, give us an update. What's all happening at Advocast? How does our audience dive into the media you provide, the shows you're doing, and to be part of your fan base? How do we do it, Sean? What's going on at Advocast?
Sure. So we're actually in the middle of a rebrand. If you've been like keeping up with my LinkedIn at all or seen my posts in any way, shape, or form, you know that I'm knee deep in that. Advocast, formerly mypodcast.media, switching primary focus from B2B podcasting over to nonprofit, government, and corporate podcasting. So it's a lot of really just honing in on who that audience is and making sure that we're getting our messaging right. And, I think overall, like really focusing on people and organizations that have a mission and a meaning behind what they do.
Yeah. So Sean, I don't know the last you've talked with Marianne, but if it's been a while, she's made a lot of progress with her projects. Marianne, are you there for an update for our friend Sean Neal? She might be back there working on something else, but yeah.
Very cool.
She has teamed up. There's a new character in town. I don't know that you've ever met. A gentleman by the name of Santa Papa John. But we are diving into this holiday culture with Santa. Santa being the most marketed character on planet Earth, Sean. We get to work with him. And
it's cool.
I think you might have seen books like this from Marianne. And then she's got the finger puppets we use from Folk Manus Puppets. So here we go.
Oh, those are cool.
We got our
love that
spelling crab there. Dr. Fingers, and the app games. So Marianne, when's the last time you saw and talked to Sean Neal? Sean Neal's come back. It's been
a hot moment.
Yeah, it's been quite a while, Sean. Hi.
Hi there.
So Marianne, you want to
go ahead. As you said, I'd love the update.
Yeah, Marianne, tell Sean a little bit more of the update about how the books and the app games and turning that corner towards animation movies and how everything's coming together real nice.
Well, yeah, Sean. So the good news in July, I applied for Awesome Grant Foundation Award in Oahu, Hawaii chapter, and they have several different chapters worldwide: Canada, Brazil, Pakistan. They have a disability chapter that you can apply every month through the 1st through the 10th. So I was a winner in July. And it's just 3 basic questions. Tell us about your awesome project. How will you use the money? And tell us about yourself. And the vision, which happened because Leon McLaughlin was in Hawaii in October. I was traveling up to Canada. So we used that money, one, to purchase a water unit from Leon through PayPal. And they PayPal'd me the money. We also PayPal'd the money to Sue Roscoff and Kirk to hire Jay Stoyan from the Disability Channel to interview me, who's been doing that for the last 4 months, posting the flyers of the books, hiring persons with disabilities. And Liam was over there. I was in Canada, Vancouver, in Hawaii in October. And October was anti-bullying month, and he delivered a water unit. We had sign language interpreters there. We did it by Zoom with Kurt and Emily. And I shipped the books to the Hawaii School for the Deaf. And when I returned from Canada, I had eyelid laser surgery. So I was delayed with following up with stuff, or I wasn't really visible to look at. I looked like Mike Tyson. And, but I needed it. And just to let you know, people can get it, and insurances are covering it now. It's droopy eyelids. Anyway, and so Leon took that over, and following up, we have a press release that my writer Suzanne Sim wrote. We're finishing up our 4th book for Leon, Cool Acts of Kindness for Climate Change, introducing another 10 characters featuring Waterflow the whale. For the love of the water is the message. We have t-shirts, and I'm creating t-shirts now for that Rabbit Acts of Kindness No Bully book with Shopify, since my Fiverr team is back in their, I want to say, their stations. They occurred a lot of flooding in Pakistan, hurricanes. They had to relocate. So we're back on track to editing and uploading these beautiful characters onto t-shirts. I have a YouTube channel now through Trevor Gibbs and Fiverr. They created these videos of the characters doing the ABC, ASL fingerspelling alphabet. And you'll meet Dr. Fingers, the fingerspelling hermit crab, Chelsea, the courageous sign language chicken, and Eve, the fingerspelling bumblebee, and Greta Gobble on the golf course, who does the numbers 1 through 9. And we also have 10 Apple app games with online courses for each of the chapters. We still need funding to complete the book series, and looking for funding for animation movies. So we have the series of 4 books. We have 3 coloring books. We have 4 YouTube channels. We have 10 Apple app games, and we have t-shirts. So go out and play on Marianne of Waikiki.
Wow, you have been busy. That is amazing.
That is for sure. So Sean, it seems like you're coming into our wheelhouse here. You know, we've always been into the nonprofit space here, the NGOs, the philanthropy, and you know, Emily and I are showing our logos with Spirit of the Game Foundation, which is all about impact and, you know, kind of including that area of corporate social responsibility. And so we're doing a lot of movements. We've got People for a New America, which is doing a tour of music festivals, Unity, Peace, and Freedom. And Sean, we're doing a New Year's Day press conference. I don't know if you dive in for anything like that on your holiday Wednesday, January 1st. We have a group from this space coming in and doing a New Year's Day press conference, the dawn of a new day, and Power of the People, the power of one. We are gathering up all the bleeding hearts, the volunteers, the philanthropists, the foundation, nonprofits, NGOs, and in this whole space of, imagineering our future, to look at that Epcot, down there in Florida with Walt Disney World and having that Walt Disney World effect. It's a small world after all. It's a small world. So we're going to be doing all that kind of stuff. We're going to be kicking off 2025 on January 1st to get it coming alive right away in 2025. So Sean, if you want to, in your media fashion, plug in, even if it's a cameo appearance, even if it's a hi, you can be on for 3 minutes and say goodbye, whatever it is for your day. We understand it's a holiday, but you are welcome to that. We're going to be on Meet.coop link provided by Humans United and Mutual Aid Network. We're going to have Helpopedia, which is all about education, giving support to parents, and then having those programs for the students. And we're talking K-12 all the way out to postdoctorate degree, all things education. And I'm a member of Optimus International. And some of the work that I've done, Sean, has involved the spinal cord injury community, United Spinal. And we have Mark Laufenberg just joined our event here, this live stream right now. And he's somebody that I served with on the board of Madison SCI. That's Madison Spinal Cord Injury. And so we were able to do a lot of that work out of Madison. That connected because I was growing adaptive water skiing, and I wanted to make sure that chapter knew that all its members were welcome to come out on our sit skis and enjoy water skiing. Mark, are you with us, or are you just trolling us, Mark Laufenberg?
Well, I got the audio figured.
Get the audio going? All right. Well, Mark, we got quite a crew here. We got Mariana Waikiki, Leon McLaughlin. We got Sean P. Neal here from Advocast. And, so we're talking nonprofit work and corporations and organizations going out there doing community work. And you just heard me talking about our connection with the Madison Spinal Cord Injury Group. You still go on to United Spinal events, right? When they're doing their webinars and stuff?
Yeah, some, not all, but they have their United Spinal Resources Month, and I try to connect with that anytime I don't have an appointment.
All right. So, Mark, you came on with this flashy background. Give the crew a little bit of an idea. What's the deal with your background?
Oh, well, I kind of do that with the 12 o'clock shakedown. Well, some of the holidays going on today, Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day, and International Civil Aviation Day, Cotton Candy Day, and Letter Writing Day. And then I put up a few musicians who have birthdays today. Up on the top is Sarah Bareilles. I Want You to Be Brave is her big hit. Down below is Harry Chapin, Cats in the Cradle. And up on top is Aaron Carter, who was rep.
Great stuff. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, he does that every day, folks. 365 days a year. Emily Gollmer, what is Shakedown? Mark said he does this for 12 o'clock Shakedown. What is 12 o'clock Shakedown?
Well, 12 o'clock Shakedown. Well, 12 o'clock being 12 o'clock noon here in Central Time. So it's basically 15 minutes. Well, it was started like 4 years ago during the pandemic by a gentleman here in Madison who has MS and was really affected when everything shut down with not getting out and like moving, doing the usual things. And so he ended up getting a few friends together do this 15 minutes of music and motion. Just gonna give up and moving for 15 minutes just to kind of break up the sting for like hours on end. So it's just playing music and moving with different Kurt's wife Sue has been leading it since original person's schedule changed. But you don't necessarily have to do what Sue or whoever else is doing. Can do everyone just to kind of move. And then I guess more on the more recent side, after that 15 minutes, Mark tells about the holidays and stuff. And then after that, it's just kind of social time. So, yeah, it's a thing we do every single day of the week. So.
All right. Thanks, Emily. So, Sean, tell us a little bit more about what you're doing day to day and the shift you're making and coming into the government realm, the nonprofit realm, and you got value to offer corporations. What inspired it? Where are you heading with it? And what's your 2025 vision so far and goals for Advocast? How can we help? Let's get the World of Ability Tribe, plugging into Advocast. How do we do it, Sean?
Cheers. Appreciate that. So, yeah, I mean, it's been interesting. It's I've had a contract through my other company with the state of Indiana. It actually started out in Indianapolis, Indiana, with the county health department, and then moved up to the state of Indiana. Now it's funded by the CDC through the state of Indiana, through the local health department in Indianapolis, and it's a podcast project that we do for substance use disorder. And what's fascinated me, I think, throughout my career, and I say career because it's not just in the podcasting audio space. Like when I was doing leadership training and things like that, like I always ended up working with folks that were either in the nonprofit sector or in healthcare. And I have no background in healthcare whatsoever, but I've managed to learn a lot, which is nice. And so, you finally, like after a while, you start to realize that maybe you should pay attention to the fact that there seems to be this natural attraction for you and these particular clients. And so anyway, the B2B space is great. This other space really allows us, from a creative standpoint and from an industry leadership standpoint, to grab hold and take this into a new level. So from a creative standpoint, we're looking at creating immersive audio experiences for podcast listeners so that we are generating action outside of entertainment. And that's, as you know, Kurt, everyone here in the nonprofit world, that's incredibly powerful when we talk about donor retention, we talk about getting educational elements out there to the public, things like that. So creating something that not just is listenable, but actually creates a soundscape for them. And then the second piece to that really is positioning ourselves as a leader in that next phase of what podcasting looks like. And we go from immersive audio to Dolby Atmos audio, all the way into the future to 3D holographic, positioned visuals that allow people to experience that podcast experience anywhere in the world as if they're right there. So a lot on the horizon that's literally peeking into my brain and the brain of the team here. probably 5 years into the future, but there you go, dream big, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want an uplift through what we do, we've got a telethon that we're working on with People for a New America for March. And so projects like that make sense to you because a telethon obviously is an actionable thing. It's got the entertainment thing, but it's, obviously that event where it's like, please get out your wallets. We need finishing funds for this film production and, for what's going to be out for video production for people to see what we did with Birth of a Movement for October 26th. And, we've been working with the Disability Channel. So I see a collaboration there, Advocast and the Disability Channel getting together and, seeing how Disability Channel can keep doing its thing. You keep doing what you're doing on Advocast, but, the Disability Channel would be very interested in your more actionable, immersive, content approach that you're taking. That could probably do a lot to complement and supplement what the Disability Channel has been doing for a dozen years.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, well, we'll have to have some conversation about that.
Yeah.
Kurt, I didn't know if Zach and the PAC channel was connected to this at all, with the whole nonprofit thing, but.
Yeah, do you know what Zach Clayton is doing out of Denver, Colorado? We helped him create the PAC channel. And through the PAC channel, he's evolved into, he and his wife also do an impact program, on the PAC channel. And he's doing a 37-hour video production. So, Sean, that's another thing we're inviting people in. I mean, imagine a 37-hour video production. So it's meant to be, something that lives up to its name. It's called A Miracle of a Community That Cares. So this definitely is collective impact. Have you heard of that term before? Collective impact.
I don't think I've heard that specifically.
Yeah, so a lot of people know it as private-public partnership. Is that kind of a term?
Yep, there you go.
Yep. So basically, a collective impact is an agency term that basically empowers the employees of government and holding those agency offices to understand that it is a role of government to work in those private-public partnerships and to bring it in a collective impact format. Health and human services and social services and, all that government work, they're constantly keeping track of unmet needs. And, and a lot of it is as a government employee or representative government, the tax dollar just isn't taking care of that unmet needs. So then what do you do to take care of people who are coming to the government to say, hey, this is what I've got. What do I do? They're talking about these wraparounds from this collective impact because it becomes a referral center. They're talking about things like one point of entry so that people don't have to get confused. Like I'm talking to one person, I'm being bounced to the next, and maybe they can help, maybe they can help, maybe they can help. Next thing you know, they're talking to 12 different contact points and still not being helped. So collective impact brings the faith community together with the NGO space, the non-governmental organizations, with the corporate space, with the educational space, the universities and, K-12 system, whatever it may be. And, even with people coming from the fun part of the community, whether it's a racquetball club or a golf course or whatever it is, that still is from the corporate space, some of that stuff. But even if you have a community league or something, it's just stakeholders in the community coming together from all these different perspectives, speaking to, the holes to fill out there in the community, the things that the community is interested in. They're trying to figure out who's going to take care of it. And everybody looks the other way like, oh, that's not my mission. But when you create that collective impact, everybody knows somehow within this group, we have to do something, or we're just saying it's not going to happen in our community. So that provides all sorts of opportunities with what you're doing, Sean. And we'd be happy to, like you say, have that type of conversation and put together the methods to your madness, Sean. No, I mean the methods to my madness. So.
It might be mine too. Don't just include yourself there.
We'll just go mad like Barry Shore, our ambassador of joy. He says, go mad. MAD, make a difference. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go mad and make a difference. MAD. Oh. So what else is going on, Sean, in your journey? We haven't talked much at all in 2024, and here you're popping on here. So this is a unique opportunity. What has a year brought for you?
Yeah, how's the wife and daughter and everybody?
Yeah, well, thank you for asking. Like, so here's what I've learned. Apparently, when you're 7 years old, which she is, you know everything. And so that's been my big lesson for this year, is that I at 51 know nothing, and my 7-year-old knows everything. And she is, in all honesty, she has taught me a lot over the past few years. And probably one of the key things, because we talk a lot about self-awareness, and we talk about emotional health and things like that with her. And so, I've always looked at myself and said, you do a good job, Sean, of staying on top of the self-awareness and trying to be on top of all the emotional things that are happening within you. But what a cool reminder when you've got a little mind there that's struggling through all this stuff for the first time. And she's encountering these new social experiences at school and all the things that those dynamics bring with her. And she comes home and she's like, my friends don't like me for da 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 da. And it's like, wow, I'm transported back 40 years. And I'm like, hang on, I remember that. Let's talk about it. And so she's really taught me a lot. My wife is doing well. We did have a loss this year in the family. We lost my father-in-law about 2 months ago, which has been, as you all know, experiencing that. It's a change. It's adapting to life without. But I think everyone is doing as well as can be expected. And now we're trying to convince my mother-in-law to move from Florida to Indiana just to be close to the family, so she doesn't have to be down there by herself. But that is, in a nutshell, my life.
All right, excellent, Sean. Thank you very much. And folks out there, Sean keeps so busy, not too many people get that update he just provided you right now on the World of Ability podcast show. That's what we do here, folks. We provide a unique experience that it's hard to find it quite like this on anything else, even Advocast. But boy, Advocast is doing something we all want to follow. I'm telling you to trust this journey, this branding in development here at Advocast, because I'm a big fan of their commitment that they're putting into Advocast. And you've heard me express it right here. Sean and I kind of have that gentleman's agreement right here live recorded that we're going to have a talk and we're going to figure out what we can do together, because we have Leon McLaughlin reminding us working together works. So Emily, speaking of working together works, I've got a commitment I got to dart out for in about a minute. So I'm going to put this in your very capable hands. If there's any encore, whatever's going on, Emily Gollmer, here you go. This is World of Ability by Emily Gollmer. So here you go. And Emily, make sure you take care of Sean to do your scheduling and VA stuff to make sure Sean can talk to us and find out what World of Ability can do with and for, and what we can request from Advocast, what the exchanges are going to be, the mutual aid, the interdependence, the reciprocity. That's how we build the marketplace right there. So Emily, can you do that for us? Does that work?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, we're kind of getting about to our end here, but so I think I like to go around and well, first of all, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today. But then I go around and any other questions, comments, anything like that. Sean, you want to go first?
No, I'll just say it's good to catch up with everybody. That's being busy, as Kurt said, is definitely a part of my life, but it is not an excuse for not being around very often. And I am just glad to catch up with everyone and get some updates and to see where there's some collaboration there. I think there is definitely some opportunity.
Yeah. Marianne, do you have any last questions, comments? Someone?
Well, I just want to thank everybody. Am I here? I want to thank everybody for a great show again, and all the support. Awesome Foundation. Everybody can apply for a $1,000 grant. They give it away every month in different cities, chapters, countries. And Leon McLaughlin's in Hawaii. He's following up. For you that came on, we gave the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind a water unit, and my Rabbit Acts of Kindness No Bully book we'll be following up with. We're also gifting Zach Clayton and Santa Papa John on the 25th of December, Christmas Day. They're having a 37-hour marathon. We're going to have my book, Underwater Acts of Kindness, available for free to download, featuring the General of the New Earth Army. So we thank our military families for being of service. We have millions of moms and dads coming back home from being of service who can't hear their own children or grandchildren. So these are educational tools, and all classroom teachers will be on spring or Christmas break, and they can sit and look at the website. That's actsofkindnessseries.com. They can request the books from donorschoose.org. I had a special education teacher in Hawaii request 50 books. She got funded in 2 weeks. So we can get the messages out there of peace, love, happiness, thanks, and aloha. I'm Mariana Waikiki.
Mark, did you have any last comments? Anything you'd like to say?
No, I got here kind of late, but yeah, I did hear some of the dialogue. Yeah, it was interesting hearing some people doing some very good things.
Yeah. So I guess again, thank everybody for coming on today. Again, we are here every Saturday at 1 o'clock Central, 2 Eastern. And I'd love to have everybody join us when your schedule allows. And to encourage everybody to check out all of our social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and so on. As well as check out other and organizations that we're working with, like Jace Join in the Disability Channel, Zach Clayton in the PAC Channel, Marcus Hart of Transforming Media, Lawrence Wingate Studios, and Earl Williams of the Midwest Bones and Podcast. Great work that you're doing. But I guess until next time, hope everybody has a safe and productive week, and to stay happy.